Good morning, everyone. Get ready with me. This seemed like the easiest option for me to actually catch you up. Little update. So from the day I first moved over here, it was really funny. We had been driving for like a good 25 minutes when I noticed I had left my wallet at home, and I just forgot to grab it because I had packed everything else, and it was just silly. So we had to drive all the way back to my house and then all the way back to where we were, and we lost like a good hour of time. So that was fun. That was great. And then at the border, the dude literally... Oh, okay. Anyway. We got to the border. Well, we got like the little red thing because our car was too heavy, I guess. And so the guy comes up to us and he's like, "What is all of this for?" And I was like, we were like, "Oh, it's for me. Like, you know, I'm moving countries. Like, it's just my stuff for college." And he goes, "I'm gonna need you to take everything out of the car." And we were like, "Everything?" And he was like, "Yeah, everything, and open everything. I have to check everything." And we were like, "What? Why?" And he was like, it's too much for one person." And I was like, okay, if I was going for a weekend getaway, yeah, it would be way too much, but I'm literally moving countries. He did not care. So he made my dad unpack the whole car that he had spent like an hour packing in the morning, to check every single box and bag that we had. And I was like, "Girl, really?" And it was really funny. So my dad explained to me basically, like, there's a lot of, the reason they do that is because there's a lot of people, they'll buy clothes in bulk or whatever from like some random cheap place and then come back and sell it in Mexico. And so I guess he thought that's what I was doing, because he was opening my clothes boxes. I had a couple of them, and at the very top of one was one of my flannels, you know, and he looks at me and he goes, "Is this yours?" And I was like, "Yeah." But we were there for a really long time, and he was kind of giving my dad a hard time. My dad was asking if there was some kind of like law or whatever that like basically says you can take all of your stuff with you, like, I don't know, something that's supposed to prevent this huge thing. And so he was like, "Oh, well, I don't know, you should look it up." And my dad's like, "Yeah, well, I'm asking you because I thought you would know." And he was like, "Where are you from?" And my dad was like, "Monterrey." And he was like, "Oh, you Monterrey people always think you know everything." And I was like, okay. Sassy much, hello. And then we kept trying to explain to him, you know, that all of this stuff is because I'm moving countries. And he was like, "Well, how can you prove that to me?" And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "How can you prove to me that you're actually moving there and you're actually gonna live there?" And I was like, "Girl, why would I take so many things with me if I wasn't, you know?" But I was like, I mean, I can show you like my schedule, like on the portal. I can show you, I don't know. And so I get out my phone to look up like something, you know, from there. And he was like, "Oh, no, you see that sign right there?" And I was like, he was like, "There's no phones allowed. You can't use that." And I was like, "Then how do you want me to prove to you that I'm gonna, you know?" And he was just like, "Whatever, you guys are fine, but I'm gonna have to charge you for like too many clothes and shoes or whatever." And I was like, "Girl, please." So he literally wrote on the tiny teared up piece of paper, I'll put a picture in, he wrote that. And he was like, "That's it, that's what it costs." And then I had orientation. It was pretty fun. I'll put some clips of it in there. As you can see, it was pretty fun. I mean, it wasn't bad at all. I got to meet a couple girls. We made a group chat. They're pretty nice. I don't see them often, but like when I do see them, they say hi to me and everything. Basically the last day of orientation, they took us to a medicine school so like the professors could talk to us, and there was one professor that kept talking. Like, he talked for a majority of it, but oh my god, he had a very low mumbly voice. And when professor, like, just anyone has a low mumbly voice, it's really hard for me to understand them, especially in Spanish, because I'm not used to hearing, you know, people talking in Spanish so much. So I kept drinking this water bottle that they gave me. It's like a 50-ounce water bottle. It's like pretty big, and I kept drinking out of it to keep myself awake, you know, because I was literally like falling asleep because I couldn't understand, and it was like literally putting me to sleep. Very bad idea. I drank the whole freaking thing and he still wasn't done speaking, and I had to pee so bad, but I could not like leave in the middle of it to go pee. One, that would be so rude, and two, on the only exit, like the only way out of, because it was like this circle lecture room kind of thing, the only way out was covered with kids because they were all sitting down because there wasn't enough space, and I was just like, I'm not gonna go through that. So I was like, I'm just gonna hold it. They can't possibly take that long, right? So the dude starts talking, he finishes his little speech, and I was like, oh my god, thank god. And then another dude starts talking, and he gave us like this like practice case, basically trying to get us to start already thinking of like how many things we're gonna have to think about and factor in when we have like patient cases later on, which would have been really cool and entertaining if had I not been really needing to pee. So I was like, oh my god the whole time. And they finished, and of course I'm one of the last people out of the room. I really needed to go, right? And so we all get out of the room, and I go up to one of the like little leaders that were there with us, and I was like, hey, is there a bathroom anywhere that I can use? And the dude was like, I mean, yeah, but we can't really use it right now because they're rushing us to get back to campus, like we really have to go back. And I was like, no, you don't understand, like I have to pee, like this is an emergency. And he was like, well, let me ask someone else. And I was like, okay. And so he goes up to another leader and basically was like, hey, like she really needs to go to the bathroom, do you think we could wait for a sec? And he was like, oh yeah, sure, whatever. And so he was like, yeah, you're good. And I sprint to the freaking bathroom. I peed for like a whole minute straight, I'm not even kidding. And then we got back to campus and we were supposed to have lunch, right? And so there's this food called chilaquiles. It's basically like tortilla chips in a way, not like the chips that you buy at the store, but like if you were to take an actual tortilla and like make it crispy, you know, and it's covered with beans, some like tomato sauce and cheese. It tastes really good. And so apparently it's very well known that Tech has really good chilaquiles, and they just have really good chilaquiles. So we get to campus and the lunch for the day was chilaquiles or hot dogs. Of course everyone wanted chilaquiles. The line, so long, so long. We all got there, we lined up, mostly everyone went into the chilaquiles line. You know, a couple people went to get hot dogs because they were just really hungry, but I stayed in that chilaquiles line, and good lord, it was straight out in the open, like it was no shade, sun, full blast, and we were just there waiting for chilaquiles. Oh my god, I was in that line for probably 2 hours, like a good hour 40 minutes. Like it was longer than the lines at Disney, okay? And it wasn't even that much worth it. They're good, don't get me wrong, but for an hour 40-minute line, I would have rather just gotten a hot dog. But it was good, it was nice. The first day of school, I also tried to vlog. Oh my god, you guys, I'm so nervous right now. I just got into the campus already. First day. I'm gonna go and sit somewhere because I'm gonna write a letter to my brother before he leaves. He came over here to visit me for like a couple of days, but he's leaving tomorrow morning with my mom, and I wanted to write him a little something. So I'm probably gonna do that right now before I forget. I just have to find somewhere to sit where I don't feel like I'm being watched. It was cutesy. First week was pretty good in general. I like pretty much all my professors. The quizzes themselves really aren't that hard. Like, compared to IB, they're not hard at all. Like, the biology quizzes we had to take in IB were worse. I'm not gonna lie to you. But the reading is very, very heavy. Each class gives me about 2 to 4 chapters to read before next class, and it's just, they're very long. They're very long, you know, they're textbook pages, and so it has definitely taken a toll on me and my sleep. Only been a week, but I'm exhausted. Yesterday, I think it all hit me because it was like the most exhausted I had ever been. There's this bus that picks me up from like this neighborhood and takes me to campus because I don't have a car, and I fell asleep on that too on the way to campus. I was falling asleep in my second class. I fell asleep in the library during the day. I felt like I was really tired. I was exhausted. But I think I got a good amount of sleep. I'm pretty awake right now. Hopefully it'll last me through the day. If you're wondering why my blush looks a little orange, oh my god, so my dad had been with me this whole first week, and then he went back to Austin. Oh yeah, so once he gets to Austin, he texts me. He's already, like, once he's already in Austin, it's the next morning, he realizes I had left my makeup bag in his car. All the makeup that I had just bought to be like fully stocked up for school and everything, I left it in his car. I didn't notice, and he didn't notice that I left it in the car until he got to Austin. So now I'm having to use the other random makeup that I brought until the next time I see him. So yeah, but I think that's like the gist of it. The only thing is though, this first week, like, I have been very anxious, and my Spanish, even though I speak Spanish and I can understand Spanish, I feel very self-conscious about my Spanish because, well, some girl told me that I had an accent, so she could tell that it wasn't like normally from here, and it just made me a little like, I don't know what the word is. It's been pretty tough. Like, I don't feel like myself. It's been a week and I really don't have any like close friends. I went to get lunch with a girl in my class yesterday, but other than that, I really don't have anyone to hang out with yet. I don't know, it's just a little lonelier than I thought it would be. I eat by myself, okay? That is so sad. But I'm trying. It's just, I feel very judged. So I definitely miss all of y'all and having some company. But I don't know, I'll make friends soon, I guess. Today I have 2 4-hour classes. Literally gonna kill me. It's just so much. One of them is from 9 to like 1. The only English class I have, it's full of like people from Europe and other places in Latin America and stuff like that, which is like the only class where there's a lot of different ages in there. Like, there's people that are 23 in there and I'm 18, you know. Then I have my, what's it called, my class at the medicine school from 2 to 6. So today's my really long day, and it gets very draining, I gotta say, being in a class for 4 hours, but hopefully I'll survive. I'll show you my final look in a hot second because this video is getting way too long. I just messed up my face. Okay, the final look. Very cutesy. Ignore my clothes on the floor. Alright. I'm gonna vlog in another video. I'll figure out how to link it, but for my day today. But yeah, love y'all. Oh my god, the amount of cuts in that video, I'm so sorry. I talk so much. I did forget to say though, please, please, please donate to my fundraiser for the New York City Marathon. The $5 you're about to spend on your Starbucks right now, go make some coffee at home and donate to my fundraiser instead. Please and thank you. Okay, bye.